Human rights. It is based on the ideal that all people are equal and free without discrimination. Although humanity changes and develops correspondingly with the requirements of the era, the desired level of welfare can never be achieved as long as rights and freedoms are ignored. Even though it is recognized that everyone has equal rights in theory, in practice, it is seen that this does not find a proper response. It should not be forgotten that creating an equitable and egalitarian world is still within the human hands.
Established in 2016 by Law Number 6701, the Human Rights and Equality Institution of Turkey is structured as a human rights protection mechanism institution. The Human Rights and Equality Institution of Turkey is an important protection mechanism and assurance system in terms of combating discrimination and enjoyment of the legally recognized rights and freedoms on an equal basis. The Human Rights and Equality Institution of Turkey is in communication with other national human rights mechanisms and peer institutions at the international level. In this context, our institution, which has carried out cooperation protocols with some national human rights institutions and carries out joint activities.
Within the context of the mandate of protection and promotion of human rights, H-Right carries out awareness-raising activities under, such as giving information and organizing training sessions, supporting curriculum settings, supporting legislative studies, preparing annual reports, preparing special reports, monitoring and assessing the international developments, cooperating with the international organizations, collaborating with all stakeholder institutions. H-Right has the authority to monitor the implementation of international human rights conventions to which Turkey is a party. In addition, H-Right inquires into, examines, takes a final decision on, and monitors the results of violations of human rights ex officio. With the legislative arrangement made considering the European Union, the Council of Europe criteria, best practices, and the needs of our country, it has been deemed appropriate for our institution to carry out the task of combating discrimination and equality. Everyone is equally entitled to all legally recognized rights and freedoms. Within the scope of Law Number 6701, discrimination based on sex, race, color, language, religion, belief, sect, philosophical and political opinion, ethnic origin, wealth, birth, marital status, health status, disability, and age is prohibited. In case of violation of the prohibition of discrimination, administrative fines are imposed on public institutions and organizations, public professional organizations, natural persons, and legal persons created under private law who bear responsibility in respect of non-discrimination for the violation. Our institution also fulfills the duty of national prevention mechanism within the framework of the provisions of the Optical Protocol to the United Nations Convention Against Torture. National prevention mechanism is based on the idea of preventing torture and ill treatment by making regular, announced, or unannounced visits to the places where people deprived of their liberty or are kept under protection. Reports of these visits are made public and forwarded to relevant institutions and organizations. Public institutions and organizations, other natural and legal entities, are obliged to facilitate the visits of the institution and to fulfill their demands without delay. People who have been deprived of their liberty or taken under protection can apply to our institution within the scope of the National Prevention Mechanism. The Human Rights and Equality Board of Turkey is the decision-making body of the institution. The board performs and uses its duties and powers independently under its own responsibility. No body, authority, office, or individual shall give orders, nor instructions, nor recommendations or suggestions to the board on matters falling under its mandate. board consists of 11 members, one of whom is the head, and one is the deputy head, who are appointed by the President of the Republic for a period of 4 years. Board members serve full-time. Board members cannot be dismissed from office for any reason before their term of office expires.
Türkiye İnsan Hakları ve Eşitlik Kurumu, Ermenistan'ın Karabağ'daki insan hakları ihlallerine ilişkin bir rapor sundu.
Gidilip bizatihi sahada insan hakları ihlallerinin gerçekleştiği yerlerde ziyaretlerde bulundular.
With the initiatives of the United Nations and the Council of Europe, national institutions acting like a bridge between state and society have been established in order to protect and promote human rights based on human dignity, to prevent discrimination in the enjoyment of legally recognized rights and freedoms, and to effectively combat torture and ill treatment. An important member of this family of institutions dedicated to protecting human dignity is the Human Rights and Equality Institution of Turkey.